In this lesson, we're going to finish off the pillows in Marvelous Designer, and then we're going to take a look at modeling some quick cushions to go with it, and then our bed should be ready to export for the scene. So what I've done from the last lesson is just selected the whole pillow, Control-C, Control-V, copy-paste, dragged it across, and just let them sim for a little bit. And I'm quite happy with it being messy like that. It looks a bit natural. It doesn't look too staged. And we're going to cover this area up with a pillow, with a cushion anyway. But one thing we are going to do is make use of a new tool in Marvelous Designer, and that is the piping tool. So we're going to select I think we can select by edge like this, and I think we press piping and we just drag from corner to corner. And this is something that we always used to have to do in 3ds Max. In fact, I might just be able to drag it all the way around to the end here, and it should work. No, wants to go from there. This is something that we used to have to do in 3ds Max later on, and it was always very, very annoying. So we can just put the width to 4 mil, and that just adds that extra little detail on. So we can do the same thing. We'll just select these using the shift tool. We'll select these edges. We're still in piping mode, and we'll do that. What we used to have to do was to shell the model with one cut through the center, and then, like we've done for other things, you can loop a spline round, and you can then create shape from that selection, and then make it a renderable spline with some thickness. But the fact that we're able now to do it in Marvelous Designer is very, very handy. So if we can do particle distance 3, maybe even 5. No, it doesn't need to be that much. We'll just leave it on 3. So hopefully that should just add a little bit more detail to those. And the next thing we're going to do is quickly knock up a cushion or two. So we'll select a thing, 500 by 500. We will copy paste that and sync these so we have them. We'll get out of piping mode. We'll just go back to normal mode. Bring these up above the floor, and we'll flip them around to create our cushion top and bottom. Same technique as before with the pillows, only this time I think for speed we're not going to put one in the center. We're just going to use the fold angle and the piping. So what we want to do is stitch this together as normal, unless I make an absolute mess of it. So we'll sync it. Oh, wrong one. Totally wrong one. Same again. And we'll just put this on a really high particle distance for now. Just put it on 50, and we'll simulate that. Okay, so there's our cushion shape. Miles off the floor. Let's bring it down. We'll add a bit of pressure to these. and we'll just do it at 2. But we'll also pick our seam lines. We can normally pick them from the list, but we will go in here and we should be able to pick, no, wrong one, seam line pair. Let's see what seam we're at. So it should be the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should be able to pick all of these. Seam line pair. Select all of those and put this up to 360. Put the strength up to 8. And then put this pressure up to 3. And hopefully that should create a cushion when we simulate it. So the pressure needs to go up a bit more. That's too much. Too much again, flying away. Very fine line. Let's turn the particle distance down and see what happens with the pressure. It seems to have a direct effect. So that doesn't look too bad. So we'll get this up on our bed and we'll lay it out in front of the pillows. Stick it at an angle. In fact, before we do that, we'll copy and paste. So selecting both, Control C, Control V, pull it over. That'll sync and create me another one. And we can lay them out together. I'm not too fussed about these cushions being wrinkly. The pillows and the bedding are wrinkly enough. It'd be quite nice to have something that looks a bit more solid. And we can put a bit of a cool pattern on it. So we'll bring that down. And we'll just drop them on the bed. And hopefully that should simulate. And once they've relaxed, then hopefully they should just fill up with a bit more pressure. I'm going to lift this one up and tilt him again so he sits up more. I don't know why I'm saying he. And then this one as well. Lift them up and tilt them so they sit up on the bed and cover up some of the pillow. Wrong one. I want to move them closer together now, so they're in the center of the bed. That should interact with each other, hopefully. We'll just let that simulate. Still falling away from each other no matter what I do. So maybe we'll just leave them. Happy with the one on the right. This one I'm definitely not happy with. Looks really, really awkward the way it's lying. We'll just pull it across and let it lie over this one and see what happens. It's just this bottom corner being pushed in too much. Set it on top of the other one. Hopefully we should get something more natural. Obviously we can drag it and pull it ourselves if we need to. Sometimes that's all you got to do, just hold it down with the mouse and it'll just relax in the spot you want it to. Okay, so I think we can pause that. And I actually don't want to put piping on them. I think just piping on the pillows and those being the way they are, I think that's looking quite good. The camera angle is going to be from here, so it doesn't matter if it's just a little bit to the right hand side, but I think that looks like quite a good set of bedding, and hopefully that's a good couple of tutorials in Marvelous Designer, and you'll get the grips of it soon enough. But if not, there's a pre-made model for you.